All right, welcome to Raid Shadow Legends, and cheers. This is going to be a quick guide to go over anybody who's thinking about playing the game, who have recently played the game and want to re-roll, and they didn't pick Kale, the Necromancer, Dark Elf, right above me. You'll see the other four down below: Aethel, Gaelic, the Orc. You've got Kale, and then you've got the Archer, Elena, I think her name is. Pick Kale. He's just the best champion to go through. He can do in-game farming. He can do the clan boss, which is where you're going to get all your sacred shards, which are the best shards to summon for free. You're going to get your books, your epic books, your legendary books. You're going to get fantastic rewards, and he will carry you through all the content in the game. So when you first start, you're going to get lifesteal gear that you're going to place on him, and you're going to start grinding through the game. What I'm going to show you here is in-game he can farm just as well as any other hero. And we're going to go here. This is brutal. There's 3 different stages to story mode. This is the hardest one, where you would take all your fodder to level up. Here we go. To level up so you can max rank, max star your other heroes up to 6 star. So level 60. So as you see here, he does his AoE. Surprised he didn't crate and kill that person, but we go on to the next stage. It's moving fast. He does his skill 3, which does poison. His skill 1 also does a poison. And those are the skills that are going to really, let's see if we can get below, if he did another AoE, we could get below 20 seconds, or right at 20 seconds. But he's not moving his turn meter at all. Come on, let's go, buddy. Okay, anyways, that's a pretty decent run, 30 seconds, right? So he can be your farmer. He doesn't need, obviously at end game, he doesn't need lifesteal gear. He's just got speed gear. You want your speed when you're on your farmer to be at least 200, so you can double turn the enemy, get 2 turns to their 1, make it much faster, get your AoE back up, and progress through it. So we have him here, and let's take him into PvP. You've got the PvE, PvP, the clan boss, and then you're farming your gear from the dragons and the ice column and other things of that nature, which I'll show you. And he can do it all. He really can. So we're going to go into PvP. Oh, that's right. He's a little bit slower than, he's a little too fast actually for the PvP setup I have. So if you'll just wait a minute, let me switch out a piece of gear and we'll get him going. Alright, we're going to put a piece of gear on him. Let's see if we can just have HP. Just HP to get him slower. Okay, we'll put anything on him, doesn't really matter. Let's go. Tell you what, we're just going to take his boots off. He's going to go bootless, unequipped. The dude's going bare feet. Okay, let's take it off. Come on. Take your shoes off, man. How long does it take? There we go. There we go. Okay, let's get him in here to arena. Sorry about this. This is unedited and just straight live. All right, so we get him here to arena. We're going to fight. This person looks pretty good. We're going to switch out my other AoE DPS after my defense breakdown to Kale, just to show you he can do just as well as anybody else, like I said, in any part of this game. Put it on auto real quick. Speed boost, attack boost. And he's still faster than my Zargala. Okay, so I failed so bad at that. So she would come in with her AoE defense break, boom, knock him down. He would come in after with his attack and kill them. So as you can see, it's the same result. It's not a problem. You can understand how it would work. So we're going to go from here. We're going to go to the clan boss. So I can show you the clan boss really quick. And show you how amazing he is on the clan boss. We're going to do a short run on Nightmare. Actually, we're going to have to do a full run because I need to get this Nightmare DPS in. We're going to change out Bad L and put in our boy there. He's got no boots on. He's got hardly any HP, which isn't very good for clan boss. His accuracy is fine, and we're going to put Bad L back in here. Where are you at? There you are. All right, let's start this up. If you have to, skip forward to the parts you want to see, and there you can see the clan boss, you can see the PvP, you can see the way you would farm fodder with Kale. And his skill 1 has a 2.5% poison, which basically it does 2.5% damage of the enemy's max HP. So the clan boss has a really high HP, so it does a lot of damage on him. And then his skill 3 has a 5% poison. At 4 hits, at a chance to apply a 5% poison for each hit, and it does a lot of, that one does a lot of damage. I believe it does 50,000 or so per tick. So we'll see here in a minute. Of course, all these guys have their masteries. They've got War Master, they've got Giant Slayer to do additional damage, but really we're just focusing on what he can do. I used to run 2 Kales when I was first coming up, and it was just amazing damage. I mean, I couldn't replace it forever until I got a lot of other heroes, champions, to build a more versatile team. But even still, I would put him in. If I change his gear around, I could put him in and get the same numbers that I get right now. So it really doesn't matter. This will probably take about 5 minutes. So if you want to just skip forward to the end, look at his damage, and you'll see where he's at. So again, pick this guy. Pick him. If you're going to play this game, you're going to reroll. Pick him, because sometimes it takes a while to get rares. It's random. You get RNG. So even though rares are pretty easy to get, it could be a bit before you get him. And he's much more important than the other 3. Aethel used to be really decent with her weakness, and she could do 20. She could do a debuff on the clan boss as well as any boss to take 25% additional damage from all attacks whatsoever, burn, poison, anything. And now it doesn't affect that, so it's not as important, and she won't do as well for you as Kale will. Look at all those dots. Dot them up. We got Steel Skull over there, the little piggy dude. He's doing dots and heals. We've got Bad Alcazar. He's doing dots and heals. We've got the Alton, I think his name is, the giant there. Attack down and defense up on our guys. And Apothecary is in almost every team. He does a speed increase. He does heals. He does speed boost to your team. So he's real important. Speed is everything on the clan boss. Speed, and if you don't have heals, then you have to get lifesteal gear, which is fine. You can do a lot of work with a whole bunch of rares and epics and lifesteal gear. So because when you proc the War Master or Giant Slayer, it heals your guy up for a crazy amount of damage, for a crazy amount of health from that damage. Excuse me. So this is taking a while. Wasn't really how I wanted this video to play out, but I'm just going to keep going. Raid Shadow Legends should have a update this month. They've promised us that there would be an update. This game came out. It looks wonderful. I love the look of it. It's got great mechanics. It has a lot of potential, but for some reason, they've had so many network problems. They've stopped focusing on content and just worked on that the whole time. We haven't had any true content and since release, really, that stayed, unless you want to call. And they had a 9-month, prior to the global release, they had a 9-month soft launch beta kind of deal where those players got to keep all their stuff, spend money, do whatever. But even then, we're looking at almost a year now, and we haven't had any real, true, new content. And all that is supposed to be dropping this month, so they say. Oh, man. So they say, and we're just waiting for it. It's going to bring in level 20 dungeons, which we need. It's going to bring in 6-star artifacts and accessories, which we've been waiting on to grind, because this is a very grind-heavy game. I mean, that's what people come here to do. It's like Summoner's Wars. You come here to grind the equipment and get the variable rolls and see your substats and try to hit that speed every time, try to hit that crit, whatever you need. And that's the whole fun of it, is just to farm gear and to make your team stronger and to get faster runs and to progress further within the content. But they haven't had any of that. They've been basically, we've been playing beta this whole time, waiting for them to come out with this additional content that they promised it would be coming. So again, it's supposed to be coming early part of this month. We're on the 10th already over here in Japan, so maybe a couple days. Should be soon. If not, I don't know. A lot of people who have been playing this for a while, who have even been playing since global release, just come in. They don't even spend all their energy anymore. They don't even spend all their arena tokens. They just come in and do the minimal things they need to do. Clan boss for sure, so you can get your great rewards. And they bounce. They go on to another game and try something else out, which they wouldn't necessarily do if this game kept bringing out amazing content. We're ready for some kind of tower where you can progress through it over like 100 floors or so with great rewards. It's very challenging. That would be fantastic. Maybe a world boss so we can show off our total account strength like they do in Summoners Wars. You know, just things where we can be a little bit more competitive. Maybe Guild Wars or Arena where it actually has ranking where you can see the top 1,000. Anything like that would be fantastic. Excuse me. So you see here the clan boss really just starting to hit hard. The clan boss just ramps up in damage until eventually it just wipes your whole entire team. My Kale doesn't have a lot of HP at all because I didn't have it geared for clan boss. Clan boss, you want to gear everybody with as much HP and defense as possible, as much speed, and get that accuracy up to about 200, especially for the Nightmare clan boss. Looks like we're about to come to an end here. He's going to wipe out the rest of my crew. And we'll get to see what kind of damage Kale did. Because I started an alt account when I started my main account here, and I don't play it that much, but I didn't pick Kale, and it is really, and I didn't get him, I haven't drawn him either, so it's been really bad for clan boss damage in the beginning for that. So he did 3.4 million. We've got everybody else doing lower numbers. See, look at that. He doesn't even have the correct gear to stay the whole time, but he did more damage than all these other guys. So now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's like the best guy out there to use him for everything once you get these legendary heroes, champions that are better, but he's fantastic. Please pick him as your first starting champion. And I think that's it. I don't know if I was going to show you anything else. I've forgotten by now. The thing, it went on so long with the clan boss and everything else. Anyways, I hope you enjoy Raid Shadow Legends. Please play the game. The update should be coming this month, and I'll see you guys in the next video.